Co-FIUNDRS tell conflicting stories. Former highly PLACD, IRS, official HEDGES on involvement in Scientology's top corporation. Subhead: Meade Emory, former assistant to IRS Commissioner Donald Alexander, attempts to distance himself from having co-founded Scientology's richest and most powerful corporation, but Emory's former partner and fellow co-founder, Leon Misterek, tells a different story. Body: On the 29th of November 1993, just weeks after being granted tax exemption by IRS, the Church of Spiritual Technology, CST, doing business as the L. Ron Hubbard Library, inherited intellectual property from the estate of L. Ron Hubbard that was valued at $25 million in an exclusive investigative report, Hidden Ties Between IRS and Scientology revealed. PRF uncovered a little-known 1992 ruling by federal judge Brugink in the United States Claims Court nomming Meade Emory as one of 4 co-founders of CST. CST was founded in 1982 by Lyman Spurlock, Meade Emory, Esquire, Leon Misterek, Esquire, and Sherman Lensk, Esq. CST, subsequently, sought tax-exempt status under the Internal Revenue Code. Further investigation by PRF revealed that Meade Emory had been Assistant Commissioner of IRS from 1975 through 1978, and, prior to that, legislation attorney for the Joint Committee on Taxation, United States Congress, 1971-972. That raised serious ethical questions surrounding the sudden IRS turnaround that resulted in CST's $25 million windfall, especially in view of Judge Brugink's finding that neither Meade Emory, Leon Misterek, nor Sherman Lensk were Scientologists. PRF contacted Emory at his office at the University of Washington in Seattle, where he is director of the law school's graduate program in Taxation, and asked how he came to be a co-founder of Scientology's top corporation. In the phone interview, Emory first said, "I don't know that. I'm not a co-founder." But when confronted with the language of the U.S. Claims Court ruling, Emory hedged, saying he didn't remember that he was a co-founder. When pressed as to the accuracy of the Claims Court ruling, Emory admitted, "Actually, I did some legal work for the Church of Scientology and represented them when I was in practice," but Emory refused to answer further questions and abruptly ended the phone call. PRF tried to contact all the co-founders listed in the Claims Court ruling regarding their involvement in the founding of CST, and it was Leon Misterek who seemed to confirm the Claims Court and contradict Meade Emory in the process. Misterek, also in Seattle, reluctantly admitted in a phone conversation that he, too, had done some legal work on CST, but went further, saying that he may have subscribed some legal documents of incorporation that created CST. The contradiction came when Misterek was asked how he got involved. Misterek said he had been a partner at that time with someone recently out of Revenue Service. When asked Meade Emory, Misterek was silent, then said, "Yes." PRF has since learned that, at the time of CST's incorporation, when Misterek and Emory were partners, Meade Emory was a partner at the Seattle, Washington firm of Lesward and Patton, then called Lesward, Patton, Fleming, Hardung, and Emory at 2400 Columbia Center. Misterek had an active corporation at the time, Real Rapid Reproductions, Inc., that was registered at the same address. When Misterek was asked if they had done the legal work on CST in Washington, Misterek said, "No, I believe that was a California corporation," but when asked if he had been practicing in California, he hesitated before only saying, "No." Misterek was asked if he felt that Brugink's Claims Court ruling anyway misrepresented his and Emory's involvement as co-founders. He said he would have to see the document and agreed to have a copy faxed To him, which was done. But then Mysteric sent back a terse reply, saying, I can be of no assistance to you, and do not desire to receive further communication from you. Mysteric said, I am unwilling to invest time in having my memory refreshed. PRF attempted to contact the other two co-founders of CST Lyman, D. Spurlock, Jr., and Sherman Lensk. But when calls were made to Sherman Lensk at his California law offices, Lensk did not take PRF's phone calls and returned none of the messages left for him. Lyman Spurlock also could not be reached and returned none of PRF's phone calls. All four co-founders were faxed copies of PRF's press release. Hidden ties between IRS and Scientology are revealed, and given the opportunity to correct any of the facts as stated, none of the four responded. Since the Wall Street Journal's publication of the IRS's formerly secret closing agreement, new information has surfaced that indicates that Emory and Mysteric also might have been instrumental in setting up the Church of Scientology Religious Trust, CSRT, when Emory was with LaSauard and Patton. CSRT is yet another Scientology-related entity granted exemption by IRS in the 1 October 1993 agreement. Evidence so far uncovered indicates that Sherman Lensk, brother Stephen Lensk, and a partner named Lawrence E. Heller have been prominently involved in creating not only CST, but nearly every major Scientology-related entity that was granted IRS exemption. It is uncertain whether Emory's and Mysteric's involvement extends as far, and both refuse to answer further questions.